So, a little bit of kind of maybe background. I cannot believe it's been 3 years since we cut this ribbon for. It pops up on my Facebook memories, and I'm like, this is so cool. So, you guys, I have believed in the mission of what you are doing here since the minute that I heard about it. The idea that there is positive work that can be done in the community, and the work that you all do is powerful. The idea of that positive restoration. I think the first time I was here, the thing that really spoke to me most was the artwork and the healing that comes through that. And it's set with me, and I drive by here every single day. And so I'm going to start with a huge apology that it has taken me this long to walk back in this building. It is not that I have not been thinking about you guys and talking about you and sharing your story, but I'm going to apologize up front for not coming and knocking on the door and showing up sooner. I believe in the work that you guys are doing. There's so many things, even this morning as I've been talking to all of you, the idea that it is important to have passion and a voice, but there's a positive way to get that across. That resonates so much with me in this world that we're living in right now with COVID, with our racial reckoning that's happening and civil unrest. There's a lot of angry conversation, and there's a lot of demanding and a willingness to be really loud, but not a willingness to have a conversation. And that doesn't get us anywhere, right? We can stand across the street and across the room and shout at each other and demand things and stomp our feet and take our toys and go home and all of those things. And we are no better off than when we started. And it's what I have been internally struggling with for the last few months of how do we get to a point where we're sitting down in a room together and having honest conversation? How do we trust each other enough to speak our truth, know that it's not going to be judged, but that it's going to be received, and then come up with action on the other side, right? It's that action on the other side that is so important. And that's what you guys are doing here every single day. And that's why I came to the experts, right? I wanted to sit and listen to you and find out what's on your mind, what's on your heart, what is hard, what's working well, what do you feel like your city's not giving you? Right, as a government, which I don't know, feels like it's separate and apart, and I don't want it to be that way. As a police department, Commander Hollis is here today because I'll tell you, I believe in our youth, but I also believe in our police department. And I believe that in a community that's strong, we have both things and we have relationships, right? This conversation, I'm going to be upfront right now. I don't believe in it having to be a one or the other. We can support community and we can support police and we can do it together. So I want to know how you all see that happening. If you think that can happen, I'm open to that conversation too, because your perspective is different than my perspective. And I think collectively we figure out how are we a community? So I don't have a solid agenda. I don't have a list of questions. I just really want to hear from you all about what's on your mind, what's on your heart, what's hard, what's good. I think COVID's been one of those things that have been really hard, but there's blessings that have come out of it. And I would love to hear both of those things from you guys. And just, let's just have a conversation and figure out what we need to do to support each other, because that's what community's about. That's what our city's about. And that's why I think Kent's a pretty special place and want to make sure that everybody feels that same way. So quick housekeeping, there's pizza, there's soda back there. So please help yourselves. And like I said, let's just have a conversation. I see you guys have some cards if you've got specific questions. But really, we're here collectively because we want to listen.